Self-love goes a lot deeper than going to the gym or eating healthy or doing a face mask. Self-love is all about being who you are, being your true authentic self, allowing yourself to become everything that you're meant to be and everything that you have the potential to become. It's about allowing yourself to feel the feelings that you need to feel, for better or for worse, and being there for yourself at your lowest points, emotionally, physically, spiritually, mentally. You have to be there for yourself like you would be there for your best friend. If your friend needs a shoulder to cry on, you're going to be there for them. You should be there for yourself in the same way. Be your rock. Be the person that is there for you when nobody else is. This is true self-love, and nobody can ever take that away from you.
Hey everybody, I'm Cedric Hawkins and welcome to the CedTalks Podcast. My guest today is a guy who's pretty wise, knowledgeable, and he's very in tune with himself and the goals that he has for himself. Him and my fellow guest who I had at the time, Jordan Green, are pretty close, and so with that, I'm pretty sure he has some fine words that he's going to have to say today. Coming from the Texas area, I give to you Mr. Kendrick Brownths. Kendrick, welcome to the show.
Hey, how you doing?
Nothing much, man. Hey, when I saw Jordan's old videos on YouTube and I saw you and Daniel on there and it was like the rate me 1 to 10 and all that, I was like, man, this guy seems pretty chill. He seems pretty cool. I've got to have him on the show.
Oh, thank you, bro.
Yeah, for sure, man. And first up, man, I got to ask you, we've been going through this pandemic for the last couple of months now. When it first hit us back in March, how did it affect you?
I lost my job at the time, but then I started being a lot more productive with designing and YouTube and stuff, and I just didn't matter anymore to me, to be honest with you.
Got you, man. Got you. Did it negatively impact you, or did you look at it as a positive way since you would now be more able to create?
Honestly, I think of it as a positive thing. I've always thought of it as a positive thing, for me at least.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Of course, it has its negatives, of course, but I also saw it as a positive as well because it gave me some time to rest and be in tune with my thoughts and just figure out what I can produce and put out there more as a content creator.
Exactly.
Yeah, with you being a content creator, what got you into doing that? Was it something you always wanted to do, or did it just naturally over time just hit you that you wanted to do it?
Okay, so I first started doing YouTube probably back in 2015, and I did it for a year, and then I hit 1K, and then I stopped because I just had a lot of drama and stuff going on at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then over the past couple of years, I noticed I really wanted to do that, and a lot of people would tell me that I would be really good in that field. So I kind of threw myself back in there, and I've just been enjoying it ever since.
That's what's up, man. I've seen a couple of your videos, a couple of your work, and I can really tell that you're very dedicated and passionate about what you do. And that's something that people, as an audience, they should be able to feel that connection. They should be able to feel how passionate you are about what you're putting out there.
Yeah, exactly. I totally agree with you.
Yeah, take the time out and really, describe your videos and your content and what you put out there for those who don't know who you are.
I make a lot of gaming videos, and I want to have that reach where I can make your day feel better. I want to make you laugh. I want to make you intrigued with my content. I want to have you learn something. At least it's like something about me, something about the anime that I'm playing a game on or whatever. So I just want people to come and either learn something that they didn't know, or at least laugh about something.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's the most interesting thing about you and Jordan is that you both have two contrasting and differing channels where he speaks on the most realist stuff that you can get. And while with you, you're more lighthearted with everything and in a jokingly way, you're more. Yeah, I can feel that with your videos.
Yeah, and I watch Jordan all the time too. That's my homie.
Yeah.
And a lot of people from his channel come over to my channel too, just to have a best of both worlds type of thing.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what you need sometimes when it comes with two best friends and you're both trying to put content out there. It's you both are helping each other out. It's your channels intertwine with one another and you're both networking. I've heard him name drop you on on his channel a few times, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah. People do the same thing, go joke around with each other and stuff sometimes on their channels.
Yeah. How did you improve over time when you first started, putting YouTube videos out? Because I know with me, when I first started this podcast, it was very I'd say difficult with me because it was weird being able to talk to people like in a different setting, not face to face. So how did you improve over time?
I used to be like kind of nervous at the very beginning. Like it'd be hard for me to talk to the camera and stuff like that because I'd be talking to myself. So I would like I kind of improved with that over time, and then like with how I edit my videos and how like I see my videos coming out. So like whenever I'm recording, like I know how I want to edit it, like when I'm recording.
Right, got you. I know with me, the one difficult thing that I have when it comes to putting content out is that I have a difficult time listening back to my videos, right? Sometimes I really don't like to listen or hear my voice. Is that something you like to do? Yeah. Listen back to your videos?
Yeah. Okay, so when I'm editing, like I'll go through everything like and like watch it again. And like I used to like hate listening to my voice, but over time, like it grew on me. The only thing that I really hate right now is my laugh, but but that's it.
Yeah, I mean, I've been doing this for about 8 months now, so I think gradually over time I'll get over that insecurity and just start listening to myself speak again. But you know, it is what it is. But I think the one thing I like to work on is talking a little bit slower. I mean, I like to talk fast, try to get all my thoughts out there, but I know being able to slow down and just let everything play out, it'll work out perfectly.
Yeah, I feel that too. I talk really fast.
Yeah. When it comes to, your channel, do you listen to other people to improve your speaking skills?
Yeah. There's a few YouTubers that I like to watch that'll like help me with how I want to present myself on my channel because they just work in a smarter way than what I would and on certain things. So like I like to take like criticism from like here and there. Like I have a Discord too where people like critique me on like how I should do stuff and like I take their input. And it helps me in the long run.
Yeah, exactly. I think basic criticism does help you get better as a creator. I've had instances where I've had people critique my work. They've criticized how I've done it, sometimes in a more positive light, other times it's negative. But I never try to view it as a negative. I just try to use it as a learning experience so I can become better at this thing and get better at, honing my craft and mastering what I'm doing. I don't think I'll ever master it, but, I'll always be able to get better.
Exactly. You'll always have room to get better.
Exactly. Yep. Talk to me about your time growing up as a kid. What was that like for you, given that we come from 2 different backgrounds, 2 different states? Talk to me about that.
Growing up, like through like elementary and junior high, I didn't really have like that many friends like IRL. And then like once like 7th grade hit, like I started getting like more friends and stuff like that. And then like more friends like online because I started gaming online a lot more back then. And that's when I started like watching YouTube a lot more. And so like I feel like around that time is what shaped me to be who I am today. And then I started working with my mom and stuff around that time as well. So I learned like the consistencies of having to be at a job and how to pretty much like shape like what I wanted to do.
Right.
So and then when I got to high school and stuff, like I just like kind of like deep dived into YouTube, and like I had like my own I had like a Call of Duty team. And like we were like kind of blowing up, like people were like calling us like underrated, stuff like that. But then we just had issues and like we kind of fell out. And I'm still kind of cool with like a lot of people around that scene, and like they continue doing YouTube and stuff too, and like they're kind of big now and stuff. And so like that kind of like motivated me as well, and then Jordan kind of motivated me too to like hop back into YouTube.
Right. Would you? Oh no, go ahead, keep going.
Oh no, you're good.
Oh,
I was like, no, I'm here.
Yeah. Would you consider yourself a shy kid growing up? Because I know you said it took a while for you to start making friends until you got to the 7th grade. Would you consider yourself to be an introvert?
Yeah. I didn't talk to anybody really unless I was talking to, and like it was just kind of hard for me to make friends at that time.
Yeah, I feel you. Like, I feel like I'm an introvert with extroverted qualities. Like, I think it's a complete opposite with you and I. Whereas in the beginning of school, I was very social. I had a decent amount of friends. I had a pretty cool friend group. But once I hit high school and then I found that one friend group that I had, it was very difficult for me to make that transition and talk to other people. So, like I said, I think I'm an introvert with extroverted qualities, being able to do a podcast, talk to you for the first time ever. This is our very first conversation, but I think that's pretty interesting.
And like I always kind of hated school too. Like I never really cared to like try in school till like my junior year.
Got you. Same here. Like, I really didn't start branching out until junior year because I didn't have any classes with my friends. So I was like, well, I'm not going to sit here for the rest of the year with no friends. So I had to use my discernment and kind of pick out, like, who could I really fit in with. And it helped me in a way. It really benefited me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
totally think on that.
And so shifting gears from that, do you take pride in being that kind of quiet, reserved, laid-back person?
Kind of, to be honest with you, because like I didn't really get into much trouble outside of like grades and stuff. So I kind of feel like that was a good thing that I wasn't like too loud.
Yeah. This year I've pretty much tapped into my quiet side, whereas before I would always beat myself up for not being like the loudest person in the room. But, the more I've started to become myself and just accept that, it's made everything more easier and more better. So now when I'm out in public and I don't feel like conversing, it's not a problem with me because I know people know that, okay, Ced's not in the mood right now to talk, and they give me my space. But when I do feel like talking, I can be the loudest person in the room.
Exactly. Like I feel like when I figured out how to be myself, people wanted to be around me a lot more.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the things that Jordan always touches on in his videos, and what really made me gravitate towards him was just being yourself more and being more in tune with who you were genetically created to be. And, you shouldn't have to fight it. You shouldn't have to fight who you are. You just have to learn to accept it. And once you get that confidence, that's when the doors open up and people start coming into your life.
Exactly.
Yep.
Like a lot of doors open for you.
Yep. What were some of the morals and values that your parents instilled in you growing up that you still have to this day?
I grew up with my mom, so like I would always do chores and stuff like that. I would have to do chores before she got home. I had to do things in a timely manner, and so I feel like being on time is just something that she instilled to me. And like my dad's like the opposite. Like he was never on time with things like that, and so I feel like that is the main thing that she taught me that is stuck with me.
Yeah,
being on time.
Yeah, that's the same thing with me. I know sometimes I'll have instances where I can be late for something, colored people time, CP time, but
Yeah.
but yeah, always being on time, right? I think the one thing my mom and my grandmother instilled in me was, don't ever let somebody wait on you. You wait on that person. You always want to be the first person there because it shows your character and it shows that you care about whatever you're putting yourself into. So I definitely relate with you on that.
I totally feel that.
Yeah. What about respect? Was that something your mom, instilled in you also as a kid?
Okay, so she instilled respect in me. Like I was very respectful as a kid. As you can probably tell by my voice, like I don't really talk like I guess you could quote unquote say hood. And so like she like I don't know where I got that like kind of talk from, but she pretty much like instilled that was okay to talk like that.
Yeah.
And so, like, over time, like, I was just, like, super respectful with like, how I talk to people and things like that. And it just, I don't know how I'm trying to say what I'm trying to say.
No, I feel you. I feel what you're trying to say. I remember kind of sympathizing with you and also connecting with you in the sense that my voice isn't as, proverbial hood as most colored people, right? I talk in a different manner. I talk more proper, more educated than, some that may not have the education that I do. And I would get ridiculed for that in school. Like, people would call me the whitest black kid in the entire grade.
Yeah, got the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. It would really shake my confidence because it's like, am I supposed to be acting this way? I'm glad you actually touched on that too. Because yesterday I was driving in the car and it brought me back to a conversation I had with my cousins, and they were just like, hey, do you act like this in front of your white friends? And I was like, act like this? Like, this is just my personality.
Exactly. Like, this is just how I am.
Yeah. And so I definitely know what you're trying to say on that, but I grew into it over time and learning that it's okay to talk the way I do because that confidence will bring people towards me.
Exactly. And then, like, I feel like it kind of, like, pushed you away from, like, the black people when you're growing up. But,
yeah.
like, I feel like I was, like, too black to be with the white people and too white to be with the black people. That's kind of how I felt when I was growing up.
Yes.
I don't know if you ever heard that before.
Yes, that's like my entire thought process all throughout high school. Like I remember senior year getting ready to graduate, and I was just talking with some of my family, and I was like, well, I can't really hang with the black kids because they look at me as a white guy, and I can't really hang out with the white kids because they look at me as this stereotypical black guy. So it's like, how do I draw the fine line in the middle? And no one really understood that thought that I had.
Yeah, exactly.
It's crazy that, I figured we would have this connection given how you're friends with Jordan, and I'm sure you and Jordan have similar viewpoints, but, like, it's crazy being able to have this kind of, connection and connect on the same things with others.
Exactly. And then, like, I feel like me and Jordan, like there's, like, a lot of things that we do agree on, a lot of things that we don't agree on. But at the end of the day, like, we don't care. We're still homies.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I feel like a lot of people nowadays can't be friends with you, like, unless, like, they agree with you on every single thing and, like, you're their yes man.
Right, exactly. I'll probably get crap for this, but, I'm cool with a few white people that may have different views than I do. But at the end of the day, they still show me respect and common decency as a human being. So, if you're giving me respect, then that's all that matters to me.
I totally get you on that, because I can totally get what you're trying to say without actually trying to say it. And I'm totally the same way.
Yeah, exactly. Talk to me about finding confidence within yourself. I'm sure there's a lot of people listening right now who struggle with that. In fact, I struggle with that. It's something that I haven't really mastered yet, but I'm working on it. What's the importance of having confidence in yourself?
The importance of having confidence in yourself is, honestly, first, you got to be you. You got to find out how you enjoy being you in your own skin. And I figured that out, like, when I worked retail. Like, I wasn't, like, very confident in myself until, like, I started working at retail jobs, because I started talking to everyone. I started, like, being more open. I started doing a lot of different things than what I used to do. And once you start talking to more people and not trying to be a yes man to everybody and, like agreeing with everyone what they say, like, and you'll notice people like you more and people will want to be around you more. And that's when I noticed when a lot of more girls started talking to me and trying to do stuff with me. And so, like, I feel like that's the main thing, is just being yourself. It's the key to being confident.
Yeah, I feel you. With me, I feel like I have this very silent confidence where, internally I feel like I'm not as confident, but externally it's just the way I walk. It's the way I carry myself where that confidence oozes out. Yeah, and it's just
like, you carry yourself is another, like, big key too. It's just, like, being confident and then carry yourself in the right way, and people will will gravitate towards you.
Yeah, exactly. I can remember working a job where I was outside of the county where I was living in. I came from a predominant white county. Now I'm working with all these black people. I hadn't been around all that black people in my life, and so it was very frightening and very daunting because I didn't know how to, act in front of them, right? If I was going to be myself, what if they didn't really accept me for who I was? And so for the first 2 to 3 weeks, I just pretty much stayed to myself, had this very silent, I guess, confidence in myself. Not swagger. I ain't had no swag back then. But it was just this silent confidence I had in myself. And then over time, people just started gravitating towards me, started to talk to me more. And so it really helped me.
I totally get you there, because, like, I didn't really dress too well, like, growing up either. And then, like, when I started working in retail and stuff, that's when I started dressing a lot better. And then, like, people would notice that and, like, start calling that out on me. And so I feel like that's what helped me as well, with my confidence, is when, like, I started dressing better and just, like, having my own style.
Yeah, funny thing was, I was watching one of Jordan's Marry, Kill, and Smash. It was you, him, and Daniel, and, like, all the comments were like, why is everybody trashing Daniel? He's, like, the most dressed out of everybody there, like, or best dressed. Had me geeked. But it's true though. It's like, when you take care of yourself, you take care of your appearance, hair, hygiene, clothing, and all that. People respect that, right? You can't just walk up. You can't just walk up in the place in your pajamas with your hair not done and all that. It's like, you got to keep up with yourself.
Exactly. That's why, like, now, like, I feel like I have to be dressed to go anywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
I just enjoy dressing up. So, like, I feel like I have to dress up going anywhere I go. Like, even, like, Walmart.
Right. With me, it's haircuts. Like, I get a haircut literally every week or every 2 weeks. It's like I got to keep up with my appearance because it makes me feel good about myself. And when I feel good about myself, that's when the confidence oozes out of me.
Exactly.
Yep. Talk to me about some of the hobbies that you like to do because I know you said earlier getting in tune with what you like, that's going to help you become more confident. Besides gaming, what else are you interested in?
I also graphic design a lot. So like I'll like do like I sometimes make clothes. I sometimes like work on advertisements for people or like cover art for like people that do music and stuff like that too. So I like to do that a lot. I also go airsoft and then I paintball as well.
Oh, that's what's up.
Those are like the main things I do besides gaming.
Right, that's what's up. That's a great talent to have when it comes to graphic designing and just designing different things. I'm not the best drawer out there, but I think it's cool from the outside looking in, watching people and seeing them just create all this different stuff.
Yeah, I totally get you. Like whenever like on Twitter, I can follow so many people that design and do art and stuff like that, and it just shocks me like how people think of things.
With you and Jordan being so close, do you both share the same views on social media? Because I know recently he deleted his Instagram. Like, he straight up said he's done with social media. Do you guys have that same viewpoint?
We do, but honestly, if you need social media, I feel like you should keep social media. Like for people that are like promoting their stuff still, or people that are like just like make money off of social media. But people that don't need it, or like people that feel like they get attached to people through social media, I feel like they don't need social media. You don't have to use social media.
Yeah, that's the one negative for me. Whereas I really want to stay off social media and just live my life because I've done it in the past where I've had like a week or 2 week break from social media and I feel perfectly fine. Now that I have a podcast, I have to constantly advertise it. I have to reach out to different people and ask them to be on the show. And it's like, oh, I can't get off it. And then when I re-download the app, it's like I'm hooked into that rabbit hole all over again.
Exactly. I feel the same way because like whenever like I'll delete it, I'm just fine. But whenever I get back on it, I feel like I'm wrapped into it. I'm sitting in bed just like looking through it. And I'm just like, what am I doing? Like I need to get up.
Exactly, and I would feel so terrible by myself once I re-download the app and I just get hooked in because it's like, it's gonna take so long to get off it.
Exactly.
It's almost like your brain has conditioned itself to it, and then once you get off of it, it takes a while for your brain to rewire everything. And then once you download again, it's almost like you're a junkie, and then it's that hook of dopamine, and it's like, oh, like now you're back into it, and you just feel this rush, and you just get stuck in a way.
Yeah. I feel like that's how social media gets you, though. I feel like it gives you like that dopamine from the likes and things like that, and like you seeing things that you like to see, or things that you don't need to see but you like to see, and it just traps you in.
And that's why I think one of the things that Jordan hit the nail on the head is you have to be very sure of yourself and just confident within yourself that you don't have to search for affirmation and validation through likes and retweets and stuff. Because if you're searching for that stuff, you're looking for that need of approval. And so once you don't need that anymore, then maybe you can stay on it, or maybe you don't need to be on it, and maybe you should just live your life. It's a very hard balance to find, but it's a certain way to get to that balance.
Yeah, and like I feel like a lot of people's confidence comes from social media too, and that's the thing I was talking about before. The confidence has to come from yourself, because likes on social media isn't gonna keep you satisfied forever. Because like what if you stop getting those likes? Like, are you gonna like start hating yourself? Like what are you gonna do then?
Right, exactly. And so, shifting gears from that, I want to talk to you about your decision to not go to college. That was one of the things we were talking about before I hit the record button. What was your decision for wanting to not attend university?
I've always hated school, like I said before, and honestly, I did go for a couple of months. I went for a couple of months, and then I dropped out.
Got you.
And I went because like maybe it's going to be different. Maybe I get to do stuff that I like. But I have to do all these math classes that I hate. I have to do this English class. I have to do like all this other stuff. And I'm just like, I do not want to do this. And it's just like high school, but even worse. So I was like, you know what? I am done. I'm not doing this. And I dropped out and started doing my own thing.
Yeah, I can respect that. Being able to have the authority to be your own boss and just not do what everybody else is doing, right? You're daring to be different and you're daring to be unique, and that's something that I can respect.
Exactly. And I kind of felt bad about it too, because like my mom wanted me to go to college, and then like my mom was always there to support me and things like that, and I just didn't want to disappoint her. But I realized like I'm living my own life. I can't live for her. I'm living for me.
Right.
So I got to do my own thing.
Yeah. Did she come to respect that over time when you were done with college?
She still wants me to go back, but I feel like I got to make my own way. If I can go back later on if everything doesn't work out for me, but I'm going to make things work out for me. Like I'm already growing and stuff like that. So
yeah, exactly. And I can respect that, being able to continue to do what you're doing in spite of what other people think or believe. And like I said, that comes with confidence, and that comes with taking a chance and betting on yourself. Sometimes in life you have to take that leap of faith, and it's pretty much working out with you and your YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talk to me about dedication and being able to have, drive, pursuing your passions, because it can be very difficult, right? Sometimes you'll have moments in life where it just holds you down and you really don't feel like doing what you want to do, right? Explain to me the importance of discipline.
Okay, so discipline can be a very, very tough thing, especially if you're surrounded by a lot of negative things. But to get yourself out of that is to be productive as possible. Do things that you like to do that makes you want to succeed. So like that thing for me is like if I'm editing, like I love the way I edit. So like that gives me a drive to want to continue what I'm doing. And get out of bed like earlier than what you usually do, because if you lay in bed all day, you're just gonna be thinking about all the negative things that are around you. So that's my main thing, is just be productive.
Yeah, I agree. One of the things that I've taken up is sleeping in the room without my phone. I'm trying to work on getting my iPad out of the room, so that way I'm not getting up and instantly going on Netflix and doing stuff like that. But it helps me in a lot of ways, being not going straight to my phone, right? It sits in the kitchen. I naturally wake up early anyway, so that's never been a problem for me. And it just lets me get ready for the day, right? I'm out of the bed by 7 o'clock, sometimes 7:15, and I'm just chasing on to my day, right? Eating breakfast, working out, doing whatever, right? I never try to sit for too long. I like to always be productive.
Exactly.
Yeah. And how has being productive helped you this year, given COVID and everything? There's a lot of reasons for us to sit and do nothing. How has being productive helped you out?
Being productive helps me get out of that bad space. As long as I feel like I'm doing something, I feel good about myself. And I feel like when I'm not productive at all, like I just feel shitty. Like I don't. Can I cuss something? I don't know.
Yeah, you're good, bro.
Yeah, I feel shitty. I don't feel like I'm accomplishing anything. So being productive is what drives me to be sane.
Yeah, I agree with you. I have those moments too, where if I'm not really doing something productive, doing something worth my time and energy, then I do get a bit anxious and I get like I got to get my hands on something, especially because we're in the middle of a pandemic. I can't really go out and see my cousins or my friends. So I'll have, Friday nights or Saturday nights where I'm in the house pretty much by myself. And it's like, okay, I can just sit in the bed and wallow on my self-pity and have a pity party for myself, or I can get up and do something productive. I can play a game on my Xbox and enjoy my time, or I can plan something out for my podcast, doing positive things that are taking a step towards my future.
Exactly. And another thing I also want to touch on too is if you're like, I feel like some people like get too productive to where like they don't spend time with the people that are actually caring for them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of been my issue too. Like I've been like too focused on doing YouTube and stuff to where like I just like kind of ignore my family. And I need to get out of that space and need to like support the people that support me.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm glad you touched on that, because I can be the same way, where I can throw myself into my schoolwork, I'll throw myself into my job, and I completely, forget about the people who love and care about me. Like there could be times when I don't reach out to anybody for 2 to 3 weeks. And it's not that I don't love them any less. It's just that I've placed myself in this bubble where if you're not in that bubble currently, then I just cannot reach you at the time. And
Exactly.
I've been working on that also, just trying to be not only present, but also just reaching out to the people who love and care about me, just checking up on them, seeing how they're doing, because you never know how a person's day is going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Because like that hello or whatever could change their day. It could change their mood.
Yep, exactly. Oh my gosh, I literally forgot the question I was about to ask you. It just slipped out of my mind.
You're good. You're good.
Cool. But what comes next for you? What are some of the goals and aspirations that you have for yourself in 2021?
By July, I want to hit 1K on YouTube, and then I stream as well on Twitch. And honestly, by that same time, I want to be able to make like a living off of Twitch. Because right now I'm making like a little bit over like $100 a month on Twitch, and I kind of want to start at least making a living off of that, like at least like $300 a month on Twitch.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that too. Do you make money off of the gaming content that you put out there?
Yeah, I make like hundreds like here and there, and people donate stuff too, so like I get that as well too.
Yeah, same with here, man. Like, I don't make money off this podcast or anything. I do it for fun, but next year I'm looking to get some sponsorship deals. I'm looking to get some dough in as well, you know, because
Exactly.
I can make some money off of this. Talking in front of a microphone, like I would love to do that and get paid to do it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I remembered what I was going to ask you, and it was about meditation. Is that something that you practice in your day-to-day life?
Honestly, I don't meditate at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't see any like downsides of it. I just feel like I just don't have time for it at the moment.
Yeah, I feel you. You know, Jordan's really big on that, and we were talking about that on the podcast episode we did, so it was just a question I was just throwing out there, because I didn't know if you were into it or not.
Yeah, Jordan's like really big into that.
Mm-hmm.
He's really big into, like the whole spiritual stuff.
Yeah, he's big into sun gazing too. Like, I probably can't do it because of the winter and everything, but next summer I was looking to get into that also, start doing some sun gazing.
Oh yeah, I think he stopped sun gazing too. He said it started affecting his vision, so he was just like, I'm gonna stop for now.
Nah, I better stop doing that then. I got terrible eye vision.
My eyes are bad. My eyes are so bad.
Yeah. And so my final question to you, bro, before I go ahead and let you go, is if you could offer a piece of advice to your former self from high school or middle school, you know, a young Kendrick, what would you say to that young guy?
Don't let the negatives affect you, because I get so anxious over anything that negatively affects me, and just keep pushing through it and try to be as productive as possible.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm definitely the same way. I have my moments literally every day where something will keep me frazzled and will just freak me out, and I get so anxious. But, you know, finding ways to kind of pull yourself and allow yourself to be present and mindful with your situation, it really helps a lot. And that's what builds my character and allows me to grow as a young black male.
Exactly. And like now I'm at the point to where like anything that negative really happens to me, it doesn't really affect me as much anymore. Like I don't really get as anxious. I just don't care. I keep pushing through and keep doing what like I got scheduled for me to do today.
Yeah, same here. I still am able to kind of let stuff go, but it's like there's always that thought in the back of your mind with me. And who knows, God willing, 2021, I'll be able to always let go of the negative stuff and just keep my eyes forward. But, you know, you never know. Never say never.
Yep, true.
Yep. Well, Kendrick, I want to thank you so much for your time and thank you for this conversation. This was our first ever time sitting down and talking together, and I appreciate the work that you do, and I wish you nothing but the best.
Hey, you too, man. Appreciate it. Thank you for having me on.
Yes, sir, for sure. All right, keep in touch, man.
I got you, bro.
Yep.
All right.
All right, y'all. This wraps up this edition of the CedTalks Podcast. Remember to stay blessed and stay encouraged, and I'll be back with y'all soon.